Hi, and welcome to what I hope is going to be a very fun and informative next couple of hours. Today, we'll be examining some computer science topics and taking a look at what computer science is as a whole, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Kunal Mishra, and this is Beginning Game Coding and Computer Science. So let's go over some logistics. Now that you're stuck with me for the next 3 hours, let's try to make this go as smoothly as possible. So we're going to be having a lot of video-based lecture that precede web and paper-based activities that you guys will be completing, facilitated by your TA and Piazza. The workshop will be mostly self-paced, and I say mostly because there will be times when you'll be working in groups to do activities together and check-in points with your TA, but for the most part, you can go as fast or slow as you'd like. We'll be using Piazza for any major questions, and so that begs the question, what is Piazza and why are we using it? So this is Piazza, and you'll see over on the left you have the activity breakdown. And in the activity breakdown, you essentially have everything that you need for the workshop. So this is going to be your hub for the workshop. It even has activity descriptions, activity links, feedback forms, lecture links, and even links to how to pursue computer science in more depth once the workshop is over. So Piazza is going to be very important to this workshop. And now we're going to be pausing for a brief period of time while you get to know your TAs and your classmates. You'll be working together in teams to break down problems and find solutions to them. So getting to know the people around you is going to be just as important to succeeding as your own ability. So I just want you to introduce yourself. Why you're interested in computer science, maybe tell them what grade you're in, and maybe your favorite food. And after you've had a couple minutes, your TA or TAs will have a chance to introduce themselves as well. So I want you to pause for a sec. So at this point, I hope you've had a chance to meet each other and your TA, and I just want to give you a little bit of background on us. So we're the Paradigm Shift, a Berkeley startup, and we're developing workshops like this one to spread awareness about how amazing and how powerful and how cool computer science is. There's also a week-long version where you build things like 2048, a dice game called Hog, rock, paper, scissors, and artificial intelligence agents that play against each other to play these games. We have a lot of passionate instructors who craft activities and create lectures and develop projects for you, and we're not paid or anything yet. And we're essentially a UC Berkeley-based team who works with education experts around the Bay Area to improve your experience. And our goals are very simply to spread our love of CS to as many students as possible. And that's it. We're going to be a legit nonprofit with education funding and grants by the end of 2016, so I'm really looking forward to that. The final logistical thing I'd like to cover is some tips for your workflow, or essentially how you'll work through this workshop. So you'll be using Piazza, and Piazza is going to be your best friend. It'll let you know how to progress through the workshop alongside your TA. You'll be using the activity breakdown like I showed you, which is going to be pinned at the top left to work through each activity. And this will allow us to give you, what you need for the workshop, but it'll allow us to also keep in contact with you after the workshop ends. Our goals for the workshop. I'd love to continue running workshops like this at your school. So if you enjoy it at all, please let your principal know how much you like this. Try to have fun and learn the most that you can. Ask your TA or use Piazza when you have questions, because we're here to help. And finally, I'd just like you to participate in giving us good feedback and taking away something from this workshop. We want to make this workshop as amazing as possible for students, and your feedback means a lot. That's why this is free. That's why you guys are getting pizza after. So I want to know, how would you make this better? So that's all the logistics. Let's move on to what is computer science.